Hey guys, it's the one and only maths favorite teacher once again. So on this lesson number 2, they want us to simplify the following. They're saying log 7 base 12 minus log 7 base 98 plus log 7 base of 1 over 42. So the first thing that we are going to do, remember we have law number 2. Let me just try to write it here. So according to law number 2, if you still remember it, it says the log of a into x divided by y, it's going to be equals to log ax minus log ay. Y. So that is according to the rule of the law of logarithms, law number 2. So as we can see, we are gonna take this portion, this part, and then we're gonna write it in this format, right? So now let's write that part. So we know that based on this, we're gonna be having the log of what? Log of 7 into, that would be 12 divided by 98, according to logarithm law number 2, right? And then we also have this log 7 base of 1 over 42. So this one, you just simply write it as it is, right? Then from here, you're gonna just write log of 7, and then you're gonna say 12 divided by 98. Let's see what we get. So 12 divided by 98, we're getting 6 over 49. So you're gonna continue writing 6 over 49. So make sure that you make your way to margin so that you can be able to see. Plus, then that is gonna be log of what? Log 7 base of 1 over 42. So this is what we're having, right? And then from here, just because you know logarithms law number 1, what does it say? It says that the log of a into xy is equals to log ax plus log ay. So basically, can you see that this part, the whole of this part is the same as the whole of that part? So I'm just going to introduce and write it in that concept of log a xy, right? So this basically means to say, writing it in that form, we're going to be having the log, and then when you look at it, law number 1, our a is represented by 7 in this regard. So that will be 7, and then you're just going to write brace, and then here you can write your x is represented by 6 over 49. So you can just say 6 over 49 multiply by what? Multiply by 1 over 42, because 1 over 42, if you're looking at the formula on the far right, it's represented by y. So you'll be having something like this, right? You'll be having something like that. And then continuing, here you will be having a log of what? Log of 7. And then I'm just going to multiply 6 over 49 times 1 over 42. We're going to get 1 over what? 343. So we write 4, 3. So now let's continue. So remember previously we had the log of what? Log of 7 into 1 over 343. So here I'm just going to write log 7. And then 1 over 343, you know that you can write it as 343 to the exponent of negative 1. 343 to the exponent of negative 1, it will give you 1 over 343. Then you're going to say the log of 7. Now, this is a very important concept. 343, you're going to be using the fishbone method on the far right. So we're just going to say 343 divided by 7. So you just simply say 343 divided by 7, you're getting 49. 49, you write it here. Then you say 49 divided by 7. You're going to get 7. 7, you write it here. Then you say 7 divided by 7, you're going to get 1. Therefore, this basically means to say 7 cubed or 7 to the exponent of 3 gives you 343. So this basically means to say where there is 3 for 3, I'm going to write 7 to the power of 3. 7 to the power of 3 because that's what I'm having, right? Then don't forget you're having brackets as well as to the exponent of -1. So now we are closer to the answer. So this basically means to say we're going to have log 7 base 7, and then now you multiply the exponent. 3 times -1, that's -3. Then you're going to take this -3, according to the rules of logarithms, you're going to write it here in front, right? Now let's write it. So we're going to have that -3 that we bring forth, and then we'll be having log 7 base 7. So we know that -3 is -3. But log 7 base 7, according to the rules of logarithms, it's 1. So you must remember that the log of 7 into 7 will always give you 1. This concept is very important, guys, right? So you're going to say 3 times -1, the final answer will be -3. So it basically means to say, based on what we were solving here, your final answer, you must get what? You must get -3, right? So that's your final answer. Then now let's move to the second one. Second one, they're giving us what? The log of what? Of 3 base 8 minus, in bracket, the log of 3 base 6 plus log of 3 base what? Base 36. So this one is straightforward. You just need to use law number 1 and law number 2. So we're going to write log 3 base 8 as it is, minus, and then this one here, we're going to write it using a different color. We can write it as log 3 into what? 6 multiplied by what? By 36, according to law number 1, right? Unless you continue, that will be log of 3 base 8, then minus, so that will be log of 3. Then you say 6 times 36, you're going to get 260. So that is 216. So we're going to write everything here according to law number 2, right? So writing this according to law number 2, we'll be having log 3 into 8 divided by 216. So for you to remember the step that I just recently wrote, you must remember law number 2 of logarithms, right? Then that will be the log of 3 into 8 into 8 goes once. Then 8 into 216, it goes, let's see, it goes 27 times. So you must write 27 here. Now, it's very good that we are closer to the answer. That will be the log of 3. Then we're going to write 27 in an exponent form. That will be 27 to the power of what? Of -1, right? And then let me just try to continue writing here to avoid going on the other side. So apart from that, as we continue, we'll be having the log of 3. And then now we're going to use the fishbone method using 27, this part. We're going to use the fishbone method. So you can just write it here. So you're going to say 27 divided by 3. You're going to get 9. So that 9, you write it here. Then you say 9 divided by 3. You're going to get 3. That 3, you write it here. Then you say 3 divided by 3. and I get 1. Then this basically means to say 3 to the exponent of 3 gives you what? It gives you 7. So in the place of 27, I'm going to write 3 to the exponent of 3. So that will be 3 to the exponent of 3. Mind you, we also still have what? That -1 that serves as part of our exponent. That serves part of our exponent. And then from here, guys, you just continue. As you now continue, what are you going to have? So that will be the log of 3 is 3. Then you say 3 times -1, it's -3. Then when you now here, you're going to take this -3 as an exponent to bring it in front, right? So that will be -3. And then we'll be having log 3 base of 3. So don't forget that this will be -3. Then log 3 base of 3, we're gonna get 1. Then if you say -3 times 1, final answer is gonna be -3. So that's how basically we solve this one, right? So this is how basically we solve this one. And then after here, guys, it's very important that you remember the laws of logarithms that I've actually showed you. In order for you not to do what? In order for you not to forget, then you get everything correct. It's the one and only favorite Miss Teacher once again. Stay tuned for more.